see for certain things.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
to me, in my eyes, it's always changing, and I don't understand if.
Correct me if I'm wrong here, but definition for probable cause is more likely than not that is what happened, right? Like simple term.
No, it's attempted murder of a bozer.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And then in a court ruling, it has to be without a shadow of a doubt, correct?
Are you still on about the gang-related violence thing?
Yeah, damn right we are.
Jesus Christ, man.
Well, that's gonna be on my mind for the coming 7 days or some shit. I apologize in advance.
Well,
the other year they pushed warrants for Hydra and Hidden over a shooting that they claim was gang-related violence, and yes, I know. I'm sure
I claim it was gang-related.
The burden of proof
McClone claims
is
it was
on
gang-related
us
violence,
to provide
despite
that
it
proof.
being only evidence-based and not they actually witnessed the events.
Yeah.
So it got declared in a cell bench trial that it wasn't.
Review.
Did my statement get removed from?
But yeah, no.
Curtis.
Yeah, like it was.
From the
yeah, all right.
Yeah.
I'm also concerned by the fact that they knew so much about the things to begin with.
That's a topic that I've been meaning to bring up as well, because
What do you mean they knew things?
Well, so I spoke to Junior twice actually, today and yesterday. And on that scene where we were pursuing Look At Him for the roof running, and it ended up near Cypress, right, where they were standing there and they were shouting some things like, "Yo, contest the warrant, you know, I know it's blah blah blah." And he seemed to know a lot of information about what was on that warrant that I definitely did not relay to him, you know, and neither did Judge Hahn when he was speaking with us earlier, because we had explained very carefully to him that we cannot tell you certain things regarding this warrant, including, you know, what it was for or this and that. But he's spouting off things on the warrant that
I heard that. That sounded like
I don't know how he knew.
Do it again.
You want to know how it felt like?
No.
Yeah, I see my statement in the history.
Ah, what the fuck? Beanie, I will actually shoot you. This is just a job.
Let me see. I didn't check that. To be honest, I was nervous about getting revert to this version.
So if you're that salty,
okay.
Yes.
Beanie, don't shut the fuck up. Don't
So,
say a word to me.
If you're that salty,
don't say a fucking word to me.
Besides that fact, again,
this is over the gang thing.
One of them did get caught for it, so maybe
every fucking thing.
So we had Luke and we had John Wardaw, right, from the cargo ship. So those were the two. So
I assume that's the only link I can really see personally.
Yeah, but it
I was wanting
did
to check that, make
something
sure
because again, I had arrived yesterday to deal with Cash Jackson and his bike at City Hall, and
right.
yeah, and then Bar and Evelyn were there, and then Junior comes in and said, "Don't worry," you know, because he wanted to ask Bar some questions. So I sat in and listened a little bit, and Bar basically explained the same thing to him, where I learned the information. All right, well, it's got to get reviewed, you know.
Yeah. All right. I mean, we can talk about it after.
Yeah.
If you want to.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, thank you.
I think anyone say anything.
It's like a funeral in here. Somebody died.
I'll say the energy's a little low right now. You're good, Shelby.
How's your day going, Percy?
Take the podium. My day is good so far.
Yeah. What do you do today?
I got to fly around a bit.
All right.
That was fun.
What are your energy levels like?
Pretty solid. I'm a little
ready
tired,
to stop some
but
crime?
I'm ready to get on. If I see a bike chase, I'm locked in. You know.
All right. That's what I like to hear.
Hopefully somebody does like 3 bike swaps again, so when they go under 40, I can walk out and just whip them. hopefully nobody does crime at all, right?
In an ideal world.
It's 10:20. Who's gonna brave the stand?
You do it.
I've had like 5 times in the past 4 days, but nobody else is gonna do it. I don't care.
Might
Hey,
as well
you
throw
keep
another one.
offering.
No, I'm asking if somebody else is gonna do it. It's not me
Yeah,
offering.
but you
Beanie's
offer.
gonna run the meeting. Beanie's gonna run it.
Okay,
Oh,
Beanie's
yeah.
running the meeting.
There you
I
go.
was only on duty for maybe like 2 hours, but all right, let's go.
Where's our lieutenant, Captain?
Not here. He's being a pussy.
Damn.
All right, our lieutenant, our captain. Wait. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna step off.
Good job, pal.
Are you good?
Thank you. Yeah, I'm tired.
Oh, okay.
It's past my bedtime.
Oh, Sterling, the patio.
You want to do it now?
Comfortable.
What? Who, me?
Up you get, buddy.
What about you, Snow?
I got nothing,
this.
so.
I got this.
It'd be very uneventful
All
if I
right.
did it.
Am I using this? Can y'all hear me?
Oh yeah, we can.
Yup.
All right. If you're here, we're doing roll call. If you're here, say aye. Aye. All here. Okay. Any announcements from last shift?
Was not here.
All right.
Not real.
All right. We did have a police vehicle stolen last shift. We shot at it and we got it back. Any other announcements?
Who stole it?
Look
Hidden.
at him.
Nice.
Oh, hell fucking no.
Ooh, actually,
Mm,
there was I don't know what class a limousine is, but it was a limousine booth. With almost immediate interference. Yeah,
It
there
was
you go.
this man that
B-boost.
stole it.
yeah, that's him. That's the man.
Yeah, the B boosts. You got kind of aggressive as well, so we do respond to it. Just be on your guard, or any boosts today.
All
I don't know why they were aggressive, but I just said I said don't student interference, don't interfere. It is the only warning. To which they said, "Fuck you, you're smoking, piss off." So I was like, all right. But yeah, FYI.
Yeah,
Right.
3-hour pursuit with GSF. That was interesting.
Oh, that was something.
You said 3 hours?
3?
Felt
Yeah,
about
2.5.
that.
Yeah, 2.5 to 3 hours somewhere around.
Jesus Christ.
Toledo
Did
Bank.
they shoot in the end of it?
Nope.
Progress.
They tried to go into the tunnels on bikes, but some legend
There
in
it
the
is.
streets have planted a car in the
Progression.
tunnel, so they came around the corner and crashed into the car, and the bike went under the car. So we got them both.
Okay, so I retract the progression comment.
It's good work.
They're just now every other Southside gang. Sick.
Yeah, some
Dope.
tunnel rats putting cars in the tunnels, making sure locals can't or criminals can't use.
All right. We got
Also,
any? Oh,
I
go
do
ahead.
have something to add about that. For the limousine boost, they were straight off the bat pointing guns at me. They were not compliant at all. And like he said, they basically were like, fuck me.
Wait, what group was
Wait,
this?
Wait, they pointed guns at you?
Hang
Yeah,
the
they
fuck on.
did.
Oh.
I did say it over radio and I didn't know what to do, so I just kind of like panicked a bit. But I did pull out my weapon back and all 3 of them had their guns on me.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, what group was that?
I believe it was GSF. And
Okay.
it was the main people who were like adamantly saying fuck me were the ones in the tailgater with the white stripes.
Yeah, it's the same people who told me to fuck off as well.
Yeah, it sounds kind of like GSF lately.
Alright. We're bullying GSF tomorrow.
Fuck yeah.
All right, let's move on. Anything from certs, HSPU, Air One?
Nope.
What else we got? TRT,
Apply
MCU?
if you want to apply.
Motor. Anything from Motor?
But you're just
Join in.
foreman.
What am I forgetting?
Air one.
P&T.
Air one. What about P&T? Anything from P&T? Nothing. All right.
Doesn't look like it.
All right, everybody. You're doing good work out there. I really appreciate it. You're doing good work. I want you to keep it up. Get out there, do your jobs, catch some criminals. I want tickets. All right. If people are speeding, they're parking illegally. I want that shit to stop today. All right, meeting
Can we
adjourned.
make him the desk sergeant? Because that was fucking motivational.
No.
Wasn't that motivational?
Thanks,
Shut
everybody.
Up, Beanie. You quit.
I agree with Vinny. I don't feel very motivated.
Okay, let me try again.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
We good to go?
Yeah, meeting adjourned. Get out of
Emily,
here.
lesson time. Let's go.
Dispatch, can you show 487
4210 reports.
Any DA stuff? Did you ever get all your cell rep people and your assistant DAs and all that situated?
As far as what?
That program you were doing?
Oh,
Assistant
yeah.
DAs, cell
Yeah.
reps.
We're, we're still looking for people interested. As far as it goes, assisting with court cases, pressing charges, double checking warrants, as you can see today with the ongoing thing. Things along those lines.
So was it shut down by the judges? What did happen with that?
Well,
Since it went to a cell trial.
Declared there was not enough probable cause. Now, what I'm trying to get ahead of here is this is going to go back and forth, and I don't want it to stir up a whole situation because at the end of the day, the DOJ can decide that kind of stuff, and if a judge rules there was not enough PC, well, out.
Hello.
But needless to say, always, please make sure you're putting in as much information as possible in your reports, your statements, your warrants, anything along those lines. Yeah.
Yep.
The more, the merrier, because the burden is on us. It was just prior warrants, but.
Oh, are you talking about the collection of DNA from security truck?
It's anything regardless. This is in general. Just add as much. If you're writing a warrant, make sure you provide everything you possibly can. Yeah. Yep.
But I want to know what happened with the warrants. Like, I don't know. I wasn't there on the scene, but people collected some DNA. Right? What happened?
So basically,
talking about the McClone stuff.
A warrant.
Yes, ma'am.
So a warrant can be challenged through a lawyer for a review from a judge. Okay. And the judge can take a look at it and decide whether or not the warrant can stand. Now, obviously, us as officers, our higher command can sign off on warrants, right? If you were to push one ballot, you can have a warrant signed off, and it can get signed off. And if it gets contested, or you say arrest the suspect, and they say, well, I don't agree with this warrant, I'd like it reviewed by a judge. Well, the judge can review it and give a final verdict whether or not the warrant can stand.
Yep.
The reason why that particular situation was ruled as not enough probable cause is not necessarily to do with the situation at hand. It was more so the way it was articulated in the report. If you actually go back and look at the report, technically, if you look at it and all the photos of evidence and the replay of the scene, there is enough evidence where casings and projectiles are placed in order to be able to push gang-related violence. The issue that was present is that the replay scene is not directly referenced in anyone's statement nor the PC for the warrants. And because it wasn't articulated that from looking at the replay we can see that they were shooting at each other, there's no articulation that they were even shooting at each other or that it is a gang-related shooting. It just kind of states that they were shooting at each other. Doesn't show how with the evidence we got and submitted. So it's merely just a little bit of a paperwork error.
All right. I've seen
That should have
similar
been-
situations.
Yeah, it should have honestly been addressed by the people that were approving the warrants. But I mean,
Right.
everyone makes mistakes. It's
I mean,
not that big of a deal.
which is why, I mean, over the past couple weeks, we've been hammering home adding proper evidence to your statements in the reports so that it is there and articulated.
Yeah, for it to be valid, I mean, all that really needed to be placed into the report is a little statement explaining that upon looking at the replay of the scene, we can determine that based on where casings from Hydra DNA had been shot and where they landed, the projectiles landing on top of hidden DNA, it's clear to us that they were shooting at each other. At that point, it would be gang-related violence because they're all members of gangs. That was never stated nor put anywhere in the report. There are pictures in the replay, but there's also no like wide angle shot of the two sets of casings and projectiles either that kind of show that they were shooting at each other. There's just a picture on the replay of each DNA strand. So it's merely just a little bit of a paperwork error that could have been fixed and resolved, but it was just missed, sadly, which happens sometimes. I don't think it was a lack of evidence, it was a lack of articulation.
Good to know. Good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Not to get charged for possession of HVAC, whereas I myself saw that, and Deputy McLeod saw that too. And I stated clearly when he got out of the vehicle, when inside the red garage, he had the HVAC in the hand. Aside, and same with Deputy McLeod too. And we're like, nope, do the bench shot, we'll say it. And we stated in the statement too. Yeah,
Yep.
but in the end,
So,
it
I
did,
mean,
did good.
Yeah, so your testimony holds a lot of weight, and if you can state in front of a court or in front of a judge that you saw the suspect carrying HVAC units, and it's articulated in your statement, that should be no problem.
Oh, fucking hell.
Sure.
So I heard there was another, when the lawyer arrived at BCSO, I don't know who it was, some officer, deputy, said to the lawyer that this suspect was seen on the rooftop carrying the HVAC. Now, I don't know. I wasn't there in the start either.
The lawyer said that?
No, the deputy or the officer. Someone said that to the lawyer. Now, I don't know why, like, who said that, and if someone stated. I don't think anyone stated in the statement. So lawyer said, "Oh, why did you guys say it to me? Because now you guys are changing the statement." I'm like, I attached to the chase when the chase already started. So I don't know, but if he goes to the court and says, I was told this and this, and now they are claiming no one actually, they don't want to, like.
Did the lawyer have the report at this time?
He didn't actually. He just said someone said it.
Okay.
The thing is, someone just might have said it, right? By mistake. I don't know. But
Sure.
the thing was, a lawyer was saying, we actually told him, we are not charging him for being on the rooftop with the HVAC. The only reason he's getting charged is because I saw it and Mr. McLeod saw it too. So there are 2 deputies who saw in hand when he got in the red garage, when he got out of the vehicle. I saw it.
So it was a possession of stolen.
Yeah, possession of stolen goods. That's what we are charging him for.
Right. So he wasn't here for trespassing or anything.
No, we actually did
Petty
hit,
theft.
but we were removed. HVAC. We removed trespassing and also petty theft too, because we don't know if anyone saw him on the roof, or maybe someone called it out on radio.
It's in the statement.
It's in the statement. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's in Jasper's statement.
This is the issue too. Lawyers are going to try everything they can to get their client off, and
So, yeah,
you gotta be on guard with that. Because
that question, and someone didn't say that. I think Mr. Jasper was there, but I don't know. He said, I don't know.
He was primary.
Yeah, he was primary. I don't know what he responded to lawyer's statement.
Yeah.
But what lawyer was trying to say, if I take you guys to court, you guys said this to me, and now you guys are changing statement. Now, what
I'll tell you
would
the same thing,
happen
Bella. I was a lawyer for 6 months before I got hired to the PD. I would do the same thing to you guys, and you'd be surprised the amount of shit I could get dropped that shouldn't have been dropped just by me being a slimy lawyer and saying, I don't see anything here for this. So, no, I understand. I mean, sometimes they get it, though, Sometimes they want to know if, can I see the report? I said, no, you can FOIA it.
Yeah, I mean, no one was showing. My question is, lawyer actually kind of threatened us that if he goes to court with this information, our officer's testimony would not hold anything. I was like, I never said anything.
He's trying to scare you.
Which lawyer was it?
Yeah.
It was Mr. Cash actually, and he was
he knows. He knows.
He was a cop before.
He's doing the same tactics I used to do.
He didn't know. Yeah, so and one more tactic. So he was like, so my client has been here. He doesn't want to go through DOC. Just charge him, fine him, and just let him out. And we are like, nope, DOC don't do that. We gonna have to process him. We gonna actually, if he pleads guilty, we'll decide. We are fine with lowering down the sentence. But even for 5 months, but he is going to DOC. He is going to prison for sure.
Right.
So
don't let them bully you.
He was actually arguing for that too. He was like, if call Mr. Frank, if Frank would be here, he will. And actually, Miss Ruka said it. I'll tell you one. She said that exactly. If Frank does it, he can do it, but we can't. We are different ranks, and we can do it. And we are BCSO too. So our chain of command is different. And even though it doesn't matter, Mr. Frank can do it because he have that rank. We don't. We don't have that luxury, and we gotta process him. So yes,
that's right.
If you're gonna take to bench trial,
you hold up your end of the job, and don't let the lawyer bully you. If they're gonna do shit like that, you say, well, you can appeal it. They can plead not guilty and appeal it later.
We were actually at BCSO for a few hours, and then he tried to say,
what was taking so long with that.
The thing is, he tried to claim, give us a reduction because we have been here for you guys. We were like, no. He called for lawyer. As soon as he called for lawyer, the time stops. That's what Ms. Ruka said. But his time doesn't actually say. You can't really say even for 2 hours we are there. But he called for lawyer, and he's talking to you continuously, back and forth. And we can't really do anything about it.
No,
it's his decision.
That's on them at that point. Yeah.
Yeah. But the reason I was asking because for the collection of evidence is because if does it even matter then future when we are collecting evidence, can we even push for one? So that means we can. It's just we have to articulate properly.
Yes, yes.
Right?
And
Yeah, I'll have to read over that. I haven't actually read it yet to see what actually happened. Did
the
it?
thing is with the things with the DOJ, they move slow, or sometimes things happen quickly, and you always got to stay up to date on whatever they push out, because one week it might be one thing, and the next week, they roll out an announcement and a new legislation on this and that, or a new charge here or there. And it's always, keeping an eye on that kind of stuff. But yeah, always, again, articulate the best you can in your statement, as well as if you're charging somebody for something, why that charge is being applied. And that will save you and your ass if you ever go to court and you're called to the stand and you get grilled by a lawyer.
So many times, like I have to write down so much. My statement is long, but I don't have time. I have to go for another call because people are asking
I
for
mean, talk to you about that. JB, have you looked at her statements? I think she might be bordering on too much information.
Right. So when it comes to statements, I want detail. You don't need to flood it with filler stuff. I want the main things are going to be like why the charge should be applied and how, and maybe like things like how you came to the conclusion of the charge. Like you were in pursuit of somebody who was in possession of HVAC units. They got into a vehicle. They fled. They exited the vehicle. They got on a bike. The bike pursued through the tunnel. The bike crashed. They fled on foot. One of them pulled out a wrench. Yada yada. All that stuff should be added, and then to that, say the guy pulled out a wrench. You shot him, but he was just injured in his knee, and he kept running. You collected blood on scene. Now you can write a warrant for that. But that needs to be articulated in your statement as to why you can push a warrant. Say, hey, well, I shot this guy in his knee. He kept running. He got away, but I found his blood on scene next to the bike in the tunnels, and it matched DNA on file.
I see. Okay. There are lots of times where it doesn't matter what I write, like because I'm not that. It doesn't matter. I was in the chase. That's it. Someone else. Then foot pursuit. That's it. And then suspect in custody. That's all.
Less is more when it comes to statements, but everything needs to be there regardless, as far as like articulation goes in the detail department. You know what I mean?
So part of what she's doing is she's literally like reciting everything that's said between her and the suspect.
Stuff like that can be cut out.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that, sir? Which one?
Besides the like interview stuff, besides the interrogation room, I'll see if I can find one.
Push this warrant, you have to make sure that he admitted that that was this person, and he did. So that's why I wrote it like what's been said by the person and the officer, and and me, and what I saw. I know there are two incidents I wrote. That's all I think.
You can make notes for yourself or either in the report in case it goes to court and you have to testify. But some things don't need to be in a report for it to still hold up. You know what I mean? Like you don't need to include every single last drop of evidence, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not going to write down, the vehicle turned west on Vinewood Boulevard and then it left south. I'm going to say the vehicle was seen on Elgin. It fled. It led officers on a lengthy pursuit where it crashed by Strawberry. You don't need to add all the stuff in between that.
Yeah, I'm looking at your recent ones. They look better.
I see. Okay. Statement. were so ready for that BCSO one. We actually I think Mr. Luka said, please plead guilty. No, not guilty. Actually, not guilty, not guilty. So we can go to bench trial because we were ready for this. The charges we are pushing, we are not even pushing for extra. Like we're pushing the actual charge, and he doesn't even want that.
So what
I'm
happened?
guessing the fine was like, I don't know, $2,000 or something.
$1,300. I think the reason was because it was his first time. That's why. And
Oh,
he didn't
felony.
wanna
Yeah.
be the felon. That's why.
They
Do
would
you-
tell him about the
Do you know you
felony
can offer
diversion
them
program?
the FTP program?
I think it was mentioned, but I'm not sure what convo.
So basically, this guy was being stubborn for no reason.
Oh yeah, it was mentioned. You can also go through FTP program, and also his lawyer was there. He can also recommend that to him too, and even Misuka or I don't know who else said that. If he goes to FTP, the most likely his charges will be dropped, but he shouldn't commit any crime for 2 months.
Sounds like it's just being cash difficult on purpose.
I don't know. But we were ready to go to court, actually. We were ready. I was like, I'm not backing down. I saw that HVAC in his hand when he switched.
You have to understand too, the lawyer Cash Jackson is holding a little bit of a grudge because he was let go from the UPD.
Did he not get felony trespassing the other day?
Yeah, he has been warned multiple times that next time it will be. So he's really trying to push. He's trying to push buttons. I don't know why.
This one, we really wanted him to push it. It didn't.
Yeah.
Because we were doing the exact charges. And me and Mr. McLeod, we were like, yeah, we saw it. It's not like, only one person. 2 people saw it. The thing is, what he did was when he got out of the second vehicle, he put it in the glove box. That's what he did. And I tried to get the DNA from that, but there was no DNA on the HVAC.
Okay.
Oh. So did he drop him at some point? I guess that's what you were saying, but
Yeah, he dropped in the glove box. And second time when he got out of the blue gauntlet, he didn't have it this time. It was in the glove box. That's all he had. One.
Well,
if he had spent better time on his alibi, he probably would have his lawyer.
And that's the thing, Bella, right? We know what they're doing. We're not stupid. We weren't hired yesterday. But they're gonna pull every card they have in their pocket to try to say, it wasn't me. These weren't my pants. I don't know how that got in there. But unfortunately, again, the burden is on us to provide the proof that, yes, they did it. So as long as you can articulate the burden of proof, you will be A-okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Because these scumbags out here in the streets, they're gonna throw everything at you. I didn't do it. And it wasn't me,
There was no way getting out of this because he had the HVAC when he got out of the vehicle and got in the red garage. Then switched to another vehicle.
You know that. Winkler knows that. But they're gonna try. They think they can outsmart you.
Yeah. And you know what he said? There's no way they could have seen me on the roof. And we're like,
yep.
How does he know? There's no way. Maybe it might be some officer. Actually, some people started giving comms. I was, I don't know, doing something. And then I attached later when the chase already started. Otherwise, I would be on scene. Yeah. So, let's just say that. Especially when when I have proof, when I'm like, yeah, I know I'm right.
It's good. It's good mentality.
Nope, you keep getting them. And you get more of those $1 million weapon trafficking too.
And I'll tell you what, in my experience with the DOJ, they always come at you with something different. They're going to keep coming and they're going to try something new next time. You got to stay one step ahead of them.
I saw in 311 someone got caught with 10 deagles. I was like, oh, that's a good one.
I'm curious. Well, you probably don't know, but I'm wondering if those were broken too.
Oh,
No,
I don't know. No.
But the reason why it didn't go up for hold is because it came from an ammunition crate.
I see.
So now, if you pull somebody over and they got 10 diggles in the trunk, that's a whole different story. But since it was a known robbery of an ammunition crate, I think that wouldn't stand for a hut charge. Because they were all brand new and they were probably taken from that ammunition crate robbery.
I'm assuming none of them were hot yet.
Yeah, none of them were probably hot or even loaded for that matter.
I saw also one reason. I was thinking, what about questioning the interrogation? What about questioning? Like, there's no harm in questioning. Like, what they're gonna do with it? Have they been like got the ammunition crate before? What they did with it? Or what they're gonna do with these weapons? None of them is a lot.
Well, I mean, you can ask them under Miranda, but they're probably not going to tell you.
Some people do. Right?
Yeah, a lot of people tell Shelby everything, so don't doubt that.
I mean, hey, if you can get it out of them, they might say, hey, you know, I'm going to go shooting GSF with these. Right? So you can add that to the statement, but.
I'm gonna go do. Oh yeah, he was asking about lockpick from me. So I was like, maybe your house door got stuck, right? So you should ask on Twitter. That's what I said. And being nice about it, but he's like, no, I want to rob 24/7. I was like, what? Why would you say that? I'm like, I was wearing full clothing, like full uniform, so I don't know why.
Could have been baiting you into a chase. And they just do that sometimes.
From Blunt. Did you hear about that one yesterday?
No, I did, yeah.
So I asked him, what's his name? He says Mike Blunt. I was like, okay, let me ask you again. And this time I said, Sheriff Mike Blunt. And he said, yes, in the trunk. And I was like, okay, I'm going to push for impersonating. And then he gets out of the truck and he's like, no, I didn't say that. Then the other person was like, oh yeah, the trunk was muffled. You may have heard different thing. I was like, you better not say that again. Otherwise I will arrest you for impersonating. So.
Yep.
My statement soon.
All right. You guys have any questions or any concerns? Let me know. Winkler, you want to join the DA office?
Maybe someday.
Maybe someday? Okay, we said that last time I asked you.
Yeah, and you had people lined up. And one of those people is Hunter. Now he's no longer with it.
Yeah, Hunter's no longer
He's just getting traffic tickets.
Yeah. Keep in mind, it could use you.
What do you do?
Ask Bella.
For the DA's office?
Yeah.
Well, so basically we're supposed to be utilized as like the UPD's version of a lawyer. So if we have to go to court Somebody from the DA's office will be in representation of the PD, as the counter to their, the defendant's lawyer.
So prosecutor or defendant?
Prosecution. Depending on the situation, if it's a civil case, if we're getting sued, or if we are defending a bench trial or anything along those lines.
Legal, but actually a lawyer job then.
Right. It's you can get your bar license, you can be a certified member of the DOJ, you can do sign contracts, assist with pushing charges, pushing warrants, all those things.
And counter, and you get to wear fancy suspenders. Because that's what I saw them all do.
Yeah, the problem is getting the goddamn DOJ off their feet and actually do something, because Angela's carrying it on her back right now. And
how many active judges do we actually have? Magistrates, and I honestly don't know the difference because magistrates not
eight. We have 8 active.
Are they actually active?
Well, no.
I see LeBlanc a couple of times. I see
LeBlanc and Angela.
Barr, obviously. Yeah, and Angela.
Yeah.
I haven't seen V in a while.
Yep. Or McNee, or
I don't think I've ever seen McNee.
Yeah, he's like seeing a unicorn in the wild.
I have one question. It's a question, that's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Suppose if 2 different questions, I think. If a 90 Bravo pops up and everything, there are lots of officers, but some officers go to 90 Bravo. Other officers, I don't know, might be busy in something. Now, we don't know. Not every person knows what other people are doing, right? We go to 90 Bravo, we actually chase the person and stuff. Are we gonna get in trouble if we don't go to 90 Alpha? If oh yeah, I forgot to mention. If 90 Alpha pops up after like some period of time, then do we have to leave that 90 Bravo, take the hostage, and then leave it? Do we have to go to 90 Alpha? I mean, technically, yes. The answer is yes. If you are thinking to question me, the answer is yes. But still.
I would say use your best judgment, but
yeah,
they're both hostage situations.
Yeah.
Now, if you're talking about a traffic stop versus a 90 Alpha, that's different. But
if we got 20 units on duty, they should be able to take care of both, right? So
yeah, and then just say everybody's 10-8 in MRPD, then you go on 311 and say you're just sitting around MRPD, put yourself 10-7.
I see. But suppose now same question. This was Fleeka and Bravo, okay? And we didn't go to Fleeka, but someone else went there and took the hostage. Okay, that's fine then, I guess. And we don't chase people from Fleeka. That's okay. Right? Okay. Then another situation. Jewelry pops up. We go to jewelry, chase the person, but before it just even starts, like we are in negotiating or people are still arriving at jewelry, and then truck starts, bank truck, and there are officers.
That one's a pretty common one.
They yeah, but officers might be busy, but we assume that there are lots of officers. Someone gonna go there, but in the end there was no one who went there. So are we gonna be in trouble for that?
Here's my thought on that. So, and as far as jewelry and the bank trip goes, I would we've fallen into this trap multiple times where we set up all units at the jewelry store and then the pursuit starts and then the security truck goes off. In the event that happens, I think it's smart to either A, secure the hostage from the jewelry store and break for the bank truck, or E, if we have enough units, keep a couple on the jewelry store and then have everybody else break off for the security truck. Now, as far as like the Fleeca or 24/7 goes, if you are already in pursuit of a 24/7 robbery, right, 90B, then I would recommend staying in pursuit of that. You guys are already occupied with a pursuit in the ongoing time. If you VCB or anything like that, you can attach as necessary, but you're already in an active situation.
Okay, fair enough.
I will say what I've noticed lately is
Yes,
that if you don't stay back long enough while you're securing the hostage at a jewelry store, these gang-related violence things we've been happening is because they're sneaking in behind them, coming into the jewelry store to figure out where that truck is. At least that's my thoughts on it. I think I've seen it twice now.
Interesting.
So when you're doing that, you might want to stick around for a couple minutes, make sure there's not another gang that's showing up to get the chip from the computer.
This is a thing I've brought up previously, but because we got a jewelry store call, right? We're like, all right, let's get Air One, let's get all the interceptors here. Then we start, and they don't even do anything from the jewelry store, right? We're distracted chasing a fucking car we can't catch, and then 3-4 minutes later, there goes the security truck, and we have no units responding. They're chasing the jewelry store, and they're getting away with the important shit, the shit they want. And meanwhile, that people from the jewelry store don't give a shit if they get caught and end up getting away anyway.
Yep. That's why we usually break off for security trucks. That's like the common one, like I was saying. Jewelry store is kind of its own thing as far as that goes.
Then I have another question. Now, whose responsibility is it? Is it like we are responsible for our own actions, for not going to
primary.
that?
Primary should make the call whether or not you should break off or not.
I see. Okay.
Primary or your chain of command? Right, the senior.
Assuming they're on the scene and they know what's going on.
Right.
Oh, okay. My next question. When 13 Alpha drops and there's only one vehicle fleeing, every single cop is chasing, right? Just to make sure. Every single vehicle is chasing that one particular vehicle. Or do we have to limit 5 again for the chase?
For a 13A?
Yes, sir.
No.
Vehicle.
I mean, it won't be uncommon for somebody to break off if there's like a Bravo just to secure a hostage or something like that. Assuming that everybody, like you have 6 units on duty and 6 are in that pursuit.
Right.
I know V-Dre used to do it all the time.
If you got enough, if you already got enough units, you think in pursuit, maybe secure the 13 Alpha call, check for evidence, just position yourself accordingly as needed.
The reason I asked because Mr. Kokowski dropped an Alpha. I was the one there, so I decided to actually take care of the Alpha, and every single person was chasing. Now, when Mr. Kokowski got out of the hospital, he was fine. I brought him back to MRPD, and he was fine. Now, do I go back and attach to the chase where every single unit is already there chasing that one particular vehicle? That's what I was thinking.
This was the Alpha call? Like they were chasing a vehicle from the Alpha?
Yeah, this person hit Mr. Kokowski. So yes, it was an alpha call.
Could remain 10-12 or parallel.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, that's what I was saying.
Right after like every single cop, because we had a whole PD like in the chase.
Yeah.
I stayed 10-12 until this person tried to swap or someone else tried to pick him up or something. That's when I attached.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good judgment call because, too many cooks in the kitchen that we start crashing to each other and...
Oh yeah, that one too. So I saw someone driving today. And what this person did was just making a circle around like PD hitting each other. I stayed at one location so that I don't, because my bubble is big. So whenever someone is nearby, I try not to hit someone. So I just don't move. So people are like, if we are hitting each other, this person is just making circle around people, like especially that group 6 clothing area. He just did that, like back and forth, so we can actually get our vehicle damaged, something like that. That's what he was doing.
If PBS is approved, I just spike it.
For quite some time, and then when the person primary asks for PBS, I approve it. If we have been in a chase, or if he pulls out some stunt like this, like he's not hitting other people, but we may hit other people who are standing nearby 36 clothing area. I think the GSF chase was fun though. Except 3 bikes on one scene to pick up one suspect. That was crazy. I was like, no, you're not getting. And then he goes for another bike and gets on the bike. And I was like, oh. I tried to chase him. I think he hit the taser. Taser didn't hit him at all.
Yeah.
Guess I'm not going off duty.
No,
Thank
I have
you
a
for
question for
answering.
you. Bella, was
Yes, sir.
they remember that situation with the lifeguard vehicle
Yes, sir.
in the last shift? That was a 24/7, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, because these two idiots marked it as a cash exchange and are using the wrong pictures.
No, it was 24/7, sir.
That's what I thought, but both Sterling and Beanie put it as a cash exchange. And
Oh,
Beanie put in the wrong picture because... Yeah, oh, I see. Yeah, you said 24/7. I said 24/7. And Zephyr said 24/7. I don't know.
There was a cash exchange.
Yeah, but that wasn't even...
That was not... Bella
No.
wasn't even in that one.
No.
I have a question for Bella too. Did you happen to mention anything about those security truck warrants to anything at all?
No, nothing like that. But I remember I pulled up next to Fleeka Bank to buy some pet from a random person. So then he said, "Oh, I sell it for 275 to 280." I was like, "Okay, you can give me a number so I can save it. If I don't get for 270, at least I'll have someone." So then he said his name, Albert Milken. I told you about this. I didn't remember at that period that he had a warrant, so I didn't. Nothing at all happened. Then when I was clearing hospital CMC, he was there inside.
Oh, yeah, we chased him for that. Yeah.
We chased
All
him,
right.
and that's when I said, "Oh, you
This was
have a
probably
warrant."
something that happened like earlier today or something.
Yeah, that one. But no, I don't give information. Whenever people ask, why is the warrant out? I was like, how about you come to MRPD and I'll tell you in detail, you know? Surrender
Just
yourself.
making sure, because, yeah, somehow they found about it. Yeah.
I heard about that, sir. I heard. But no, sir, I didn't give any information, sir. I did say that he
Right.
have warrant out, he needs to surrender himself, but he ran out.
All right, good.
As for warrant, I always tell them, hey, if you wanna know about your warrant, come to MRPD. I'll give you detail about that. Okay, sir?
Come in the back of my police car in cuffs, and I'll tell you all about it.
If suppose I push the warrant because the person took off the mask, then he already knows about that one, why the warrant has been pushed.
In case you don't know, they can tell if they have a warrant by going to City Hall. They just can't tell what it's for.
Yeah, but they know they have a warrant out, right, sir?
They can tell if they have one if they bother to check, but they can't tell what it's for.
And they're like, okay.
Yeah, who has a warrant is public information, but what it's for is not.
Confidential. FOIA it and then get it. Not FOIA. What is it? It is FOIA.
It'll still be a FOIA.
Yeah, it is FOIA. Nope,
All
I
right,
didn't give any information,
I don't know
sir.
what happened with 312, but
And
surely
especially
he did 42 when I asked him 25.
Oh, I see. To anyone. I do tell people
Hey.
sometimes, like if I suspect they already know about it, then I tell them. Yeah, with this person, he was in hospital, and I just said it. You need to surrender yourself. Come back.
Well, be careful about what you just said then. Even if you suspect they know, don't tell them anything that's confidential in the MDT.
About the warrant, right, sir? No.
Anything that could be within the MDT.
Yeah. I
Including
don't think
more
I even.
information.
Yeah, I don't think I even read the information. But yeah, I didn't say
Because
anything.
even if they might be suspecting it, they might be fishing for more information from you when they're asking you stuff like that. If they're asking you stuff like that.
He just said, I don't know what you're talking about. He just ran. That's all he said. And yeah, I did tell him that he have a warrant. I don't know if he knew that though. That's what I regret. I didn't know. But I didn't have enough units to actually stall that situation there. I didn't.
Well,
because
we caught him anyway.
Yeah.
We didn't catch him, but we found the vehicle.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I remember. That same vehicle pulled up on some scene today. Oh yeah, Fleeca. It was on Fleeca, Legion Square.
Was it that green intruder?
No, it's a black and colored photo vehicle with red line. And Mr. Jesse went forward and told him to leave the area. And that's when he's like, oh, yeah. And then he left.
All right, I gotta do some senior stuff.
Okay, sir. Good luck. Have a good one. Bye. I'm gonna write my
You too.
statement.
Bye bye.
I was so far away.
Beanie is actually stupid.
Oh God, what happened?
He put the wrong photo in. He put the wrong photo in, and
Like how wrong of a photo?
was unrelated to even this incident.
Yeah, okay, that's I had yeah.
And his, oh my god, okay. All right. Yours is fine, Bella. I'm more concerned about this other idiot.
Cash exchange ka.
You see, Officer Beanie Littleman was responding to a cash exchange. Noticed a yellow lifeguard car with 4 suspects. Okay, there weren't even 4 suspects, first of all. Second of all, it wasn't a cash exchange.
But he didn't mention the vehicle got stolen. PD vehicle.
No, he didn't. And he didn't even. When he documented the lifeguard truck, he didn't. He just took a photo of the plate, not anything else. He should have been flagged.
It was definitely flagged because I saw it myself.
Yeah, I flagged it. I know it was flagged.
Oh, because you flagged it. Okay, that makes sense.
I know. I double checked to make sure.
Wait, there's a cash exchange picture.
I know. There's so many things wrong with this.
Did he search his old pictures?
I think so, yeah.
Wait, who actually took the picture? But we do have the picture. Yeah, that is the right picture. Innocent suspects. Yeah.
Wait, what's the incident for that one? Yeah, he did.
To put the picture in. So he did put the picture in. It doesn't matter when. From when. You know what? He actually put the hidden picture in. Imagine he's putting GSF or Vago's picture in.
He got the suspect right, at least.
One suspect right, for sure. At least, I don't know.
Oh my god. I don't get paid enough for this shit.
4-2 is going to go up Sonora. Sorry, 788 is going to go Sonora Road.
How y'all doing?
Hello there, sir. Doing good. How about you, sir?
I told you to call me James.
Hey, firm,
James.
passing, what's it called, Zincudo now. I'm gonna be close to them in a second.
I was just telling earlier Mr. Ted and Mr. Jay about our suspect, remember? They were like, we are not backing down for possession of stolen goods. For that one.
Yep. Yep.
I just almost bravo to a ghost local. That is a scary thought.
Yeah, it was
What is
interesting.
the make of the
We have a
burrito.
I mean, it's a $1,300 charge, but you know, the dude was getting a felony one way or another, and at the point where they weren't willing to have like any kind of conversation about it, it just
Sonora to try to intercept.
had to put my foot down on it, I guess.
487 has
Yeah.
eyes. It is going to be a white in color utility van being followed by a
That was interesting,
yellow
though, huh?
STX. This is probably
Yes,
going to be
sir.
Vagos.
I was ready for bench trials, sir.
Yeah, I know. Honestly, same. I thought it was going to be really interesting to see them try and do it.
Hands when he got out. I wish if we had DNA, we would have been like, yeah, try it. So.
Yeah, be advised the plate does come back, James Graham. It's that stupidly fast STX.
Tell them don't do that. So keep comms.
Yep, we're still continuing eastbound Great Ocean. The STX has been told to leave the area.
Yeah, I can't spell today.
Oh my god, thank you. Wow.
Be right back. Continuing eastbound through the Sonora Way, tunnel. I'm doing the annoying siren. It is pissing him off.
You mean the best siren?
Oh, which one is mine? I think this.
Attached. We got eyes on the vehicle. They're gonna be going southbound Sonora
this
Freeway.
is
They're
not
gonna be going
mine.
about 6 miles an hour.
Curtis, if you're on Freak, we're gonna need you for this STX. This thing's stupid.
Still continuing South Sonora Freeway.
Where's my CPU then? Okay, no. Then it should be in some. What's that?
Still continuing South Sonora.
Okay, let me check again.
No, XCX did pull over and the driver got out of the vehicle.
That's the one, no.
Are you chasing it?
Not yet.
He was just far back and I was keeping eyes on him.
Passing you, Tool.
I can hold right for you, Taurus.
We'll pass on your left.
We are passing, and we are continuing
Wait,
down
went
South
back,
Sonora
Sandy
Freeway.
EMS. No. No.
Holding left for you, CVPI.
There, hazard comms continuing south Sonora Freeway. Are you double primary?
Yes.
Fine, keep your comms.
I'm continuing on to South Sonora Freeway. continuing on South Sonora Freeway, merging onto Los Santos Freeway.
He pulled over. He fucking broke my ankles by pulling over.
Giving up.
We're switching drivers.
Oh, never mind. They're switching drivers, and they're continuing.
Tracker's probably complete if they did that. Yeah, tracker signal lost. PBS is going to be approved.
Hey, firm. I'm gonna bully.
Goes back.
They are on the opposite lanes of travel, continuing.
Yep, STS is back, Curtis. We're heading southbound Los Santos Freeway.
340-minute interceptor radio attached to it when y'all come by.
I think that is the one, isn't it? Yeah.
Still continuing southbound, passing,
That's like...
what is this, water treatment? Yeah, going southbound.
What inspection the Elgin exit?
Hey, firm. They're going into oncoming lanes towards Old Casino, yep, currently taking the up ramp towards Old Casino. Pit into the wall.
Do you need additional?
I don't believe yet, no. Continuing westbound now on to Vinewood Park, now merging left southbound Los Santos Freeway, correct lanes.
Secondary has your comms, continuing on Los Santos Freeway.
Focus on both lanes of correct.
Yep,
I saw it.
Now they're avoiding the ramp.
You think I didn't see it?
We are now going southbound on Elgin, taking a 50, never mind, 22. And making 22, continuing down Elgin, going off.
You wanna explain, sir?
Returning back to the
I couldn't see the black car in the black and white.
South Elgin.
I see.
Continuing on to south, taking a right onto West
Did you get crashed, sir?
Yeah, but I'm good.
Taking
I'm
a
chilling.
left onto south.
Yeah, I was just asking because I saw you doing that. That's why I was confirming. That's what happened.
Yeah, it's all good though.
Bye, okay. Have a good one. Bye. Oh, sorry. Go for it. Go. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye.
Be advised, the interference vehicles both went south side. They might be setting up for a block. Did they go channel 2?
Channel 2, bud.
Hello there, sir. You okay? Sir? Yeah.
Go ahead and take over CVPI. I'll deal with this buffalo.
Hey, get that buffalo warm. Does it again? He'll be shot in the shot. Heading eastbound Capitol Boulevard.
Hello there, sir.
Yeah.
I have a question, if you don't mind me asking, sir.
Go ahead.
Okay. Suppose I'm patrolling. Chase is going on in different channels, and I'm just patrolling. Now I see a vehicle totally randomly, like, of course, for looks like block. What am I supposed to do? I try to talk to the driver, but he doesn't want to respond.
Wait. Looks like what?
Looks like a block.
Would you go to the other channel and see if there was a block? First of all, second of all, if they have enough units, I would definitely retain that person or let them know.
But no. The block didn't happen yet. Like he's just sitting there, ready for block, and I see it because people do it. You know, we have seen some blocks, and I see like if he blocks this area.
Where was this?
It just happened. I was last thing I remember is chase was going on. The chase went away, and there was a purple Astron went south side. And I think they were still giving comms. They were like, okay, this might be pickup vehicle or interference vehicle. So I was like, okay, let me go after this interference vehicle because they are still continuing in the chase. I tried to go south. I couldn't find the Astron. So I was like, okay. I just went past the Mosleys and stuff, and there was a person wearing Wagner's mask and sitting in the alley with the truck. And I was like, hello? I tried to talk to him. He didn't respond. And then I see the chase coming towards me. And I'm like, how do I chalk him now? I can't really attach because...
Give them a lawful order to get out of here. They shouldn't be parked there.
Yeah, that's what I was trying, but the driver didn't respond at all. So I was actually thinking to just 311 the information and also try to get him to talk to me and get him like to leave the area. That's what I was
Probably ignored you on purpose.
That's what he did. I totally fell for that.
Give him a warning, leave the area. Give him a warning. If you don't leave, I'm going to pull you out of the vehicle. 3 strikes, you yank him out. You say you're disobeying now.
Okay, fair enough. So.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be 42ing those. Have a good one. Bye.
487 is gonna break off channel 2's collapse. We're 76 to that 90 Alpha.
Good night, ma'am. Bye bye. Party train now.
Good night.
Bye.
$78, $76 to the latest 90 Alpha.
That is a insane call sign. 487 is 23 at the jewelry store. Going to be a black and colored tailgater outside. In the front looks to be one individual inside with a wrench. 22 that there's two inside with wrenches.